Hey guys, Mike Freeland coming at you real quick. Just want to show you guys something really quick. Again, with this trend line indicator, using also the RSI and the stochastic. Okay, I want to show you this because I'm waiting for the first candle to start to swing on the upside. As you can see, most of the time when we're following and we're using the Bollinger Bands and everything, most people get upset because, as you can see, this has been a long drop. But what happens is once the candles start closing outside of the Bollinger Band, we think immediately that it's going to shoot back in the opposite direction, and that doesn't work. Well, this indicator, that doesn't work all the time. Let's say, as you can see here, is what I really want you to look at. We see where candles have stopped on both sides of the Bollinger Band, and then probably right in here people would really jump in. But as you can see, they closed on this side of the Bollinger Band, the green candle did, and it went right back to red pretty much, and it hasn't gone up yet. Also, your RSI is way down here below 20. Actually, I have it on my phone, and it's down to like 7. Okay, which is a good thing when it happens, but these are the indicators that we use, that I use along with this trend line deal. Now, when the candle goes, and I'm hoping it will, but when the green candle begins to grow and it closes on this side, on the upside of this trend line, the trend line is going to turn green. I'm going to get signals on my phone and email and all of that stuff. It's going to tell me, hey, it's starting to go up. Now you can think about getting in, and I can check my phone, which I already have everything here. I can check my phone and decide whether or not I want to get in. But what I wanted to show you guys is, all the time when the candles close on the outside of the Bollinger Band, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to immediately start bouncing the other way. And this is why this trend line indicator is so cool. I actually can use this trend line indicator and set it either for the up or down swing and get notified and then monitor through the stochastic and the RSI where everything is, and help me decide whether or not I want to get into that trade. So initially now what I'm doing, the Bollinger Bands, I normally don't trade in with, or I didn't trade within the center line of the Bollinger Bands because it's kind of volatile. As you can see, it goes up and down. But even there, using the trend line tool, I can get a couple of pips. But what I still love to do is trade or get into a trade when the candles are riding right along the Bollinger Band, whether the top or bottom. We know that it's starting to look our way. But as I've said a couple of times, they still can close, and where you think it's going to go up, in this case, it hasn't. That is why this trend line indicator is so important. Now, I'm actually working off of 2 screens, and so my screen up top, I'm actually using because it has a counter on it. The trading view has a counter on it to let me know how much longer it's going to be before this change. Looks like we got about 5 minutes before the next candle. Now this could very well shoot up and turn green in the green and close on this side, and I would get a notification. But if that does not happen, and then the next candle, as it's working through the 15-minute deal, when it gets on this side, again, I'll get that notification. Then I can determine whether or not I want to jump right in. I can analyze a little more, see where the stochastic and the RSI is, and I can make a more informative decision. Once upon a time before that, I, like many people, would have probably jumped in right in here because it's riding the line, thinking that it's going to shoot straight up, or at least get me a couple of pips out of it. And look, it still fell. Now, if you look down here at the stochastic and all, at that point, it was still on the rise. The blue was over the red. The RSI, the heavier blue, or the darker blue, the thicker blue, was still on the rise. So all of that was showing parallel. And, once upon a time, and I'm sure people are still doing it, they would have gotten in. However, with this trend line deal, and I can watch that, following these trades along this trend line, has gotten me in some cases, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 pips. Now, if I would have jumped in on here, I'll say that if I would have jumped in on here as it was still a sell, if I would have got in here, let's just say going down at somewhere around wow, 17 pips or more. No, I think that's actually a little more. I'm sorry. Let's say 170 or something like that. Amazing, guys, on the down. Now, of course, if we would have done, and I'll just show you, if I would have set a trend line up here and just let it run, I mean, come on. Look at that. That's all of those pips off of 15 candles. Okay? So, this trend line there, it saves you and it helps you, this indicator here, because like I said, when the next candle goes and it goes green and it closes on this side, that's a great indication for me to get in. Also, this blue line will begin to break up and cross over the red line, which is letting me know that we're going on the upside. We're definitely going for a buy, and the RSI as well has turned to start going up. That kind of gives me all of the confirmations that I will need to want to get in. So this trend line is a lifesaver for me. This indicator here. If you want to know how to get this indicator, or you want to get involved with the opportunity and be trained and coached by a phenomenal company and all, you can just hit me up and we can get you started. Again, amazing. If I would have jumped in, and I keep saying this because I have done it time and time again before having this indicator here to help me out a gazillion times, and it stopped me from getting into trades just looking visually like they were going to go my way, and they did not. So that's it. Mike just wanted to shoot this quick one over for you. You guys have a great one.